Welcome. Let's talk about few controversial topics that's going on in India. See, when an app is used for security, it is a security app. If the app is used for spying, it is a spying app. See, now the government app Sanchar Sathi is becoming controversial. It's not becoming, it's already become controversial. Because before 28 November 2025, the original order directives given by the government of India is that it's a mandatory pre-installation of all new devices pushed via OTA updates for existing ones. This is actually original directive given by the government of India before 28 November. But after backlash, after politicians criticized the government over intruding into the privacy of the citizens, the government changed their stance. Now, after December 2, they given clarification that the pre-installation remains required for manufacturers, but the users can have a control. That is the stance they changed after December 2. But whatever, the pre-installation in the new mobiles is 100% mandatory. That's what actually they given clarification. Accessibility, if you talk about, so they must be visible at first use. Earlier direction. Now it is voluntary activation. So anyway, removals. They said it's non-removable. Earlier they said before November 28, before it's a non-removable. But now they said can be deleted anytime. If you want, you don't want, you can delete. So they changed the stance after backlash. So this is about Sanchar Sathi. After opposition pushed back, there are many politicians criticized actually this app. Like a person like K.C. Venugopal said, you are going beyond unconstitutional and dystopian tool you are using to intrude into the privacy of people. Like a big brother cannot watch us every time where we are going. That's what actually K.C. Venugopal made a comment. And Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, she said that snooping app, you are snooping into the personal issues like a dictatorship and a privacy rights. You are taking the privacy rights, or the dictators will have this kind of idea. That is what Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said. And Mallikarjun Kharge said it is to strangulate to voice of the people. You are just trying to strangulate around the neck for the voice of the people. That's Mallikarjun Kharge said. The Rahul Gandhi said plan to raise the issue in parliament. Of course, they're not giving him time on this anyway. Earlier, Shashi Tharoor also said he acknowledged potential usefulness but opposed a mandatory pre-installation is troubling in a democracy. That's what Shashi Tharoor said. The Renuka Chaudhary, she said it's linked to unconstitutional Pegasus spyware software which was used earlier, right? In the different Telugu states, it became a controversy. And Priyanka Kharge said that Pegasus 2.0, this is one kind of Pegasus 2.0 app. That's what Priyanka Kharge said. Priyanka Chaturvedi of UBT Shivsena, she said, another big boss surveillance movement. That's what she said. And John Brittas, he said, invoked Pegasus controversy, said criticized mandatory rollout as an overreach of the personal life. And J.B. Mathur Hadi, Left Democratic Front, Kerala MP, said the invasion of the privacy. And Dr. Shama Muhammad, she said the snooping app and broader concerns, cyber fraud methods and etc. These are the different people, backfired, criticized the app. That's one controversy. There is another controversy that this man, Nishikant Dubey, he said that fake news has to be defined. It seems that there is a committee they're seeking for the government's intervention to define what is exactly fake news, and there should not be ambiguity and understanding the fake news under the IPC section 153 and 1505 and promoting enmity and public. Many cases are filed because he's asking that why so many cases are filing and all that. You define what is fake news. Come on, don't they know what is a fake news? The news which is not true, it is a fake news, right? then what is that you define? You should define a fake news and the difference between fake news and an opinion. News is different and opinion is different. News is what is something happened. The opinion is his own opinion. It can happen, it cannot happen, it may happen, it may not happen. That is an opinion, right? I say, for example, the rain, it rained yesterday, it is a news. It may rain or may not rain. Maybe it may rain after 1 week. It is my opinion. Now these people trying to say that if I say that it may rain tomorrow, come and is spreading fake news and they file case on me. Right? I think something Nishkant Dubey is trying to do something that you have to define fake news. Then instead of that, why don't you define what is forcible conversion? What does it mean by forcible? You put it anti-conversion laws. You said forcible conversion. What does it mean by forcible? Why don't you define that? That they don't define. They define the fake news to file cases on the people who speak against the government and all. That's not correct thing. What I say that this is about Nishkant Dubey controversy is going on. He said something. There is another news that in Maharashtra, I think there are a lot of irregularities in Maharashtra elections and local body elections, and the counting was postponed to December 20. The Maharashtra state election, around 246 Nagar Parishads and 42 Nagar Panchayats are notified on November 4, 24 local bodies, 176 municipalities. I think it was rescheduled to December 20, so the counting was rescheduled. I think on 21st somewhere they postponed because a lot of irregularities they complained. It went to the court, and yesterday Nagpur court said that the counting should be on December 20. The model code of conduct will continue up to December 20. That is what actually about the Maharashtra government related, elections related case. And there is another controversial topic is Maharashtra, Bank of Maharashtra share is being sold. How much percentage? Bank of Maharashtra has instructed grievance redressal system, customer feedback on a broader is selling insurance. Yeah, around, I think they are selling around 6%. They're open to sale. The government is ready for opening of selling around 6%. Just 1 minute. It's how much percentage? 6%. Yes, the Indian government it is actively proceeding with the investment of 6% of its stake in Bank of Maharashtra. Base offer is 5%, 38.46 crore shares. They're ready to sell. How many banks they will sell? We don't know. All public sectors. The ultimate aim of this NDA is actually the NDA government is basically capitalistic ideology, because they already said that we want to remove socialism from the constitution. So that's what many people demanded, socialism to be removed from the constitution of India. And that means they're capitalists. In the capitalistic section, in the ideology, they don't want all public sectors. They will privatize all the public sectors. That privatization is also not going to all the Indians. Only specifically few people are gaining all the contracts, like Ambani, Adani and all. According to Rahul Gandhi is alleging that Adani, Ambani is being more given contracts and priority over contracts and all this investment related. So during privatization process, so then it may lead to monopoly, oligopoly. Maybe we don't know. It may lead to any kind of unwanted system. But in the future, that's about Maharashtra government, Bank of Maharashtra, they are ready to sell 6% open to share. And it seems that there is a controversy going on between this MP, Kalyan Banerjee, and as well as Chief Justice Surikant. There is a controversy going on between these two. The Sanchar Sathi background actually where these two people made comments. It's not that MP making a controversial comment on the Chief Justice Sanchar Sati portal launched by the Department of Telecommunications. What users to check for duplicate of suspicious SIMs linked to their identity. This is exactly where they triggered. They criticized, TMC criticized that overreach into privacy, potentially enabling surveillance. Okay. So what actually he said? He alleged that judges talk too much for TRP, television rating points. That is exactly what the controversial comment. He said judges will talk too much for TRP, television rating points, implying that the judiciary, including CJI, indulges in verbose or attention-seeking comments to gain media visibility rather than focusing substantive justice. That's what actually the comment made by Abhishek Kalyan Banerjee. He said judges, they are making too much of comments nowadays during the judgments to gain the attention from the media. That's controversial comment made by BJP. They criticized Kalyan Banerjee that it is violation of making comments on Chief Justice of India. So TMC, they said that Banerjee views are personal and not reflective in Mamata Banerjee's government. However, he says that internal tensions persist. Banerjee resigned as TMC's Lok Sabha chief whip on August 2020. Okay, so that means TMC is staying away from his comments at present, but after backlash, because he's made a comment on the Chief Justice of India. Okay, and there is another point of note in the right. This is another thing in the that is being circulated in the social, not in the social media, in the mainland news, is that Rubia Saeed, the kidnapping case. Earlier, Rubia Saeed, somewhere in 1989, then Home Minister's daughter was kidnapped in Jammu and Kashmir during, I think there is some kidnapping controversy. there were protests during that time. So she was kidnapped. So now the Shafat Ahmad Shanglu was arrested by CBI. Recent development was he was arrested by CBI, releasing that 10 lakh. Of course, he was absconding from that 10 months and he was awarded 10 lakh or reward if anybody tells his what is the whereabouts. And finally he was arrested. It seems that the court has given a judgment in favor of this Shafat Ahmad Sanglu. That is actually the news yesterday's regarding the Rubia's what is a kidnap case in 1989. So the nowadays government is renaming so many buildings. Of course, all Raj Bhavans, they're renamed as Lok Bhavans. Okay. It seems that even Prime Minister's building also they are renaming. Different kinds of names they are renaming. Okay. But earlier also they renamed Mughal Sarai Junction, they renamed as Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Junction. Firoz Shah Kotla Cricket Stadium, they changed its Arun Jaitley Stadium. Rajpath Ceremonial Boulevard, Kartavya Path, they're changing it as Kartavya Path. Rashtrapati Bhavan, iconic Rashtrapati, road from Rashtrapati Bhavan to India Gate, they changed it as Kartavya Path. So the Mughal Gardens, Amit Udyan, they changed it as Aurangzeb Road, they changed it as APJ Abdul Kalam Road. Race Course Road, they changed it as Lok Kalyan Marg. And Kandla Port, they changed it as Deen Dayal Port. Panki Railway Station, the Panki Dham Railway Station. Wheeler Island, they changed it as Abdul Kalam Island. So these kind of name changes they have done it. Uh, but I don't know what they achieve out of changing all these names, because the India's pluralistic history and Muslim heritage also is there in India, because they were there around 400 to 500 years in India. It is positive or a negative, doesn't matter. Someone ruled India for 400 years. We cannot clear the entire history. A bad history also need to be taught to the students, that in India there are some, in the movie, say you made a movie, the space for villain and the hero will be both. Similarly, it will be displayed in the movie. Some people are villains, some people are heroes. The people who are called as villains, finally they turn as heroes. The heroes who are called as heroes, sometimes they turn at the end as a villains, and so many twists and turns will be there in the movies. But ultimately in the movie, there should be both positive and negative characters should be shown. India also have both positive and negative characters in India. We cannot clear one section from the history. Okay. So Mughals ruled India 100%. It is the history. We cannot erase the history. It is obviously invasion on India, invasion on Indian people, but that invasion need to be discussed with the students, that there is someone who invaded India earlier. That has to be taught to the students, right? And saffronization and Hindutva agenda in the education, this is also another kind, right? Now you are objecting what is a Mughalization of the education. You released Mughalization of education. Now we are implementing the saffronization of education, right? Then the balance of history is we are losing. So the balance of history should be taught, what exactly happened. It's not a narration. Saffronization is one narration and Mughalization is one narration. You don't narrate, you tell the history what happened. That's what I want to say. So waste of public resources, national priorities, spending lots of money on the changing the names and changing all these things, right? Name boards has to be changed and so many things. That hypocrisy and selective application, wherever, and that's what is the selective application. Wherever it damages the opponents, then they change the names. Okay. Something like the opponent people are saying that you are changing, you are doing SIR entire India except Assam. Why? Their opposition is asking. That's a selective approach. Okay. Finally, let's talk about this. A National Herald case. The different people responded in the National Herald case. Mallikarjun Kharge said, the Congress president, leader of opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge said this 12 years on, and suddenly a new FIR. After 12 years, suddenly he imposed a new FIR, because he says that it intentional. Jairam Ramesh said that is Modi Shah DO is continuing with its mischievous politics of harassment. And Revant Reddy said cases filed against Rahul and Sonia to distract from vote chori. That's what allegation made by Revant Reddy. Siddaramaiah said the textbooks example how the Modi government misuses agencies like ED to target opponents. And Syed Nasin Hussain, Rajya Sabha MP, and it's a desperate act of political vendetta. It said the Supriya Sinanate, she said National Herald case is a weaponized force by politically compromised ED. So Rafiq Khan, he said that Modi Shah machinery misusing agencies to manufacture lies, desperate distraction. Manjunatha, it is unacceptable harassment, pure political vendetta. That's what they said. The Salim Ahmed, this is nothing, just political vendetta. What else can we expect from BJP government? Congress party official, the National Congress Party, they said judiciary will see through this political vendetta, belated FIR by Modi and Shah, harassment to divert from real issues. These are the different controversies that we have found yesterday in the news, right? Yeah, thank you. Namaskar.